Welcome to the new Microsoft Teams experience where Kirsten and I will be discussing all things Microsoft Teams, I suppose. So today we're talking access options for Microsoft Teams and different ways you can, I guess, access it. So Kirsten, what's one of the ways that you can access Microsoft Teams?
Well, my favorite way is going to be the smartphone application for sure.
The favorite way, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
probably.
That's crazy.
I
I'm
just
I'm
like
I'm a desktop guy.
it. I just like it because you can, you're always on the move nowadays. You have your phone, you have Teams there, The nice thing too is that, you could start a meeting like this on your phone. And let's say you walk into your office and you can just transfer your meeting from your phone to your PC.
Oh, really? I
Mm-hmm.
have not tried that functionality out yet. That's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Now,
you could just be on like a normal phone call like we are, or like when we have our monthly meetings, like I've joined from my phone and then I walk into my office and transition to my desk, and all you press literally is like transfer to device and then like no one
really,
can tell. Yeah.
man, learn something new every day. I've never tried it. I guess it's got to be running on the phone for it to actually pick
Yeah.
up on. Okay, so that's why I haven't noticed it. I took the liberty of actually writing down some options for the phone app that are not available. Or how can I say this? So obviously the phone app does not have the same functionalities like the desktop app or the browser app, right? So I
Hmm.
actually wrote down some of the things that are not available on the phone app. And I got a list of about five, which I'll read off real quick. And I guess one is you cannot create a join code.
Okay.
No big deal. You cannot manage team member permissions. Also, no
Mhm.
big deal if you're using your phone, right? Cannot add specific members to a specific channel. You cannot upload or organize files in the files area. You cannot do a Meet Now video from the calendar area, which I found was interesting because you figure if you would just click Meet Now, it's your phone, you should have that accessibility.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, those are the things that I found that the phone app does not have the functionality for. Um, I guess it's not surprising, right? I mean, it's a phone, it's an app. It's not going to have the full functionality that desktop client has.
Yeah, I have noticed one thing. So like with the Meet Now, I have an iPhone. So if I try to call someone that also is like a Teams contact, instead of FaceTime, it will choose Teams instead.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Apple deferring to Microsoft. That's what we like
Yeah.
to see. No.
Because I usually always have my FaceTime turned off just for like privacy things.
Mm,
But I'll notice like when I'm talking to someone in the office, like if I'm about to call them and I'm at that like option where it's like, giving me like, am I doing a phone call, a video call? It will say like Teams. Like I can call them
really?
through video for Teams. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I got to start using the phone here with everything else and just check out some of these cool features.
Yeah.
I'm lagging. So all right, so my favorite then way to access Microsoft Teams is the desktop client. And I like the desktop client simply because it has all the features on it.
Yeah. It's a classic.
Yeah, exactly. You're working on your computer at work, whatever, you get the little notifications pop up that there's a chat or whatnot. I mean, you could even customize the notifications that you want to receive. So
Hmm.
I love it. Do you like it?
Oh yeah. They call me the Teams queen for a reason.
Hence why I've got the pleasure of doing this Microsoft Teams experience chat with you. So that's awesome. So we got the desktop client, we got the smartphone app. What's the one we're missing then?
It probably was just a web portal, just going into like a basic web browser, going to like, Microsoft.teams.com. You can sign in with your account, no problem. It's gonna look a lot like the client that you use on your desktop, but again, it doesn't have all of the functionality.
Mhm.
Um, I can see, someone who might be signing into a computer that they not normally use just to hop on a quick meeting. Also, if you are inviting external people, they can use Microsoft Teams through the browser and they don't have to download anything. So that's really nice for them to just hop on a meeting with you, just open it up in the browser. They don't need to sign into anything. They don't need to
Yeah.
download anything. A lot, with people working from home now, there's like a million different ways you can meet. And sometimes you have to install stuff, you have to download stuff, and that can just get confusing, if it's not something you do every day. Whereas with Teams, you just launch the browser. You might need to ask, it might ask who you are. So you might say like, oh, I'm Kirsten. And that's really it, and then you can join your meeting right away.
Yeah, so it's really good if you're not on your computer and using somebody else's computer or something like that, right? It's just a
Mhm.
simple login and you're good to go on the web browser. So I also did a little bit of research for this one too on the functionality. And one of the things that I do not like about the web browser is that right now you can see I've got a blurred background. You have a nice back. I'm trying to touch your background. You have a nice background as well.
So nice.
Yeah, there you go. On the browser, on the web browser or web portal, whatever it's referred to as, you cannot blur your background or
Yeah.
add background images, which is such a shame in today's world.
I know it's so much fun. I love the backgrounds.
It is, yeah, especially when you add some crazy stuff or whatnot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good time. I love it.
Hmm.
Um, all right. Well, those are the three that I know of for accessing Microsoft Teams. Did we miss anything, Miss Teams Queen?
I mean, one of the really awesome things about the client, the one that you install on your desktop PC, is that if you're signed in with the same user account that you use for like 365, Exchange Online, stuff like that, your calendar should sync. So if you're
Mhm.
in Teams, you should be seeing your Outlook calendar. If you're in Outlook, you should be seeing your Teams calendar. If you create a new Teams meeting request in Teams, you should see that as well as in Outlook. And I love that because you can send a Teams invite in Outlook, you can send it in Teams, but it's all going to be in that same calendar. So you're not like looking in 55 different places, like, okay, when's this meeting starting? How do I access it? You just go into your calendar that you use every day. There's the meeting link and you just join.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually think in the future, like Microsoft Teams is going to be the central hub for everything. I can almost picture you seeing your email in there and whatnot. So it's
Yeah,
it's pretty
I think
cool.
they even refer to it like as a centralized hub for like communication and collaboration because it's not just, talking or messaging, but like, whole projects can be done in teams nowadays.
Yeah, definitely cool. So, well, all right then. I guess we'll talk to everybody later, and maybe Kirsten will eventually give me some more pointers and tips and tricks and train me better on Teams so that I can learn a whole bunch more about this stuff. So, I guess we'll talk to everybody later.